As up-and-coming black men, I think we all can agree that appearances matter. And a large part of your appearance is how you smell. It really doesn't matter how good you look if you smell crazy. That kind of just ruins it for everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and skip all the boring and obvious stuff like take a shower and wear deodorant. And instead, I'm gonna be hitting all the important stuff that no one wants to talk about. So in this video, I'll be giving you a no BS guide to smelling good AF for black men. So go ahead and hit the like button because I know you won't just like this video, you'll love it. And of course, if you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can stay notified on when we drop another amazing video. Now, let's get started. Step 1. Let's talk about your nuts.
Bombastic side.
Yeah, you heard me right. Your balls.
What did he say?
Let's be honest. You know sometimes they can get to smelling crazy. Whether it's after an intense basketball game or from a long day of work, they sometimes can get to smelling absolutely wild. But that's okay. It's completely natural and you're not alone. This happens because of sweat glands called the apocrine gland. These glands typically live in dark, hot, and moisture-prone areas like your groin and your armpits. The gland secretes fatty and oily sweat when your body temperature rises or when you're under a lot of stress. Now, the odor itself comes from bacteria that lives on your skin to break down that same sweat. So, if we can get rid of the bacteria, we can get rid of the smell. So, it's time to switch out your soap. Switch to an all-natural antibacterial soap bar. I highly recommend trying Dial Gold antibacterial soap. This is going to be significantly better than any body wash or any other soap bar, mainly because of two reasons. One, it's all natural, meaning that it's safe to use on your nuts. And two, since it's an antibacterial soap bar, it's going to dramatically help to eliminate that odor. And an added bonus is since your armpits contain the same sweat glands, the soap will work under your arms as well. I'll be sure to leave a direct link to all the products mentioned in this video in the description below, so check it out. You can thank me later. Now that we washed them, let's keep them dry and smelling good. Use a ball powder. This is going to be a powder that gives you a cooling sensation while also absorbing sweat and keeping your jewels dry. I highly recommend trying the one from Chassis, specifically their premium natural body powder for men. It looks like this. Trust me, by using this to keep your jewels dry, you're going to dramatically switch up the game, and it'll keep you feeling nice, fresh, and clean throughout the entire day. Make sure to get the one that's unmarked, not the one that's labeled Ice or Ice Max, as those can contain fragrances that sometimes are harmful to your jewels. The one that I linked in the description below is all natural and safe to use, so make sure to get that one exactly. It's very important to be safe and watch what you're putting on the little guys. Step 2. Your armpits. At this point, we've already switched over to an antibacterial soap, which is going to definitely dramatically help. But now we need to take it a step further and switch over our deodorant. Finding the right deodorant is always a little tricky because everyone's body's a little different. So what works for one person might not work for everyone, but I'd recommend switching over to an antiperspirant instead of just a deodorant. Deodorants will prevent you from smelling bad, but they won't stop you from sweating, while an antiperspirant will stop you from sweating, thus keeping you from smelling bad in the first place. I've found antiperspirant deodorants to be significantly better than a regular deodorant. But unfortunately, most antiperspirant deodorants contain aluminum. It's very hard to make an effective antiperspirant without aluminum, so that's why it's so commonly used. Aluminum is highly effective when it comes to preventing you from sweating, but it's also toxic to the body. I'd recommend trying Green Beaver Antiperspirant, which is an all-natural antiperspirant deodorant. Somehow, they've managed to create a very effective all-natural antiperspirant that doesn't contain aluminum, and still somehow made it good for 24-hour protection. Keep in mind that everyone's body is a little different, but I still highly suggest giving this a try. Step 3. Fragrance. To really be able to give a long-lasting impression, I highly suggest finding a fragrance. A nice cologne or a body mist goes such a long way. Studies show only 23% of men actually consistently wear cologne. Now, that's a very low percentage, but you need to go ahead and include yourself in that percentage. Colognes are strategically made to appeal to women, making you literally smell more attractive. I can't stress how much of a cheat code this really is. Having a nice smell helps you to be more easily remembered and harder to be forgotten. It literally makes people want to be around you. And by being one of those few men that consistently wear cologne, you're setting yourself apart from the majority. When it comes to selecting cologne, here's a pro tip. Don't pick what smells nice to you, pick what smells nice to her. Bring a girl with you, whether it be your girlfriend, your sister, or just a friend. When choosing a cologne, make sure that it smells nice to her first rather than just yourself. When it comes to recommendations, it really comes down to each individual person, but I can give you a few that are very popular and commonly used. And if I was to give you one overall that isn't too pricey and still smells very nice, it would definitely be this. Dior Sauvage. This cologne has a very fresh scent to it, and it's a great place to start. If I was to describe it, I'd say it smells clean. Like, if you wear this cologne, you smell like you have your life just put together. Straight up, it smells like success. I highly suggest getting the perfume version rather than just the toilette version, as the perfume version lasts longer and smells better. I'll leave a direct link down in the description below for you as well. With whatever scent that you go with, make sure that it's something that most people like, including yourself. I suggest experimenting with different fragrances and even mixing and matching to find what works best for you. You can even mix the 1 or 2 fragrances together to create a unique scent. After a little bit of time, you'll find what works best for you, and you'll have a unique, individualized scent that's irresistible. Just make sure not to overdo it and spray too much. Oh, and I don't care what anyone tells you, but cologne goes on your clothes rather than your skin. Your skin will literally absorb anything put on it, so it really doesn't make any sense to spray cologne directly on your skin, considering the fact that it contains alcohol. So spray it on your clothes and not all over your body. But by following all 3 of these steps and making sure that your hygiene is on point, as black men, we can set ourselves apart from the crowd, give off a more attractive appearance, and straight up smell good as Remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful at all. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you can continue to improve and get better. Remember, with every single one of our videos that you watch, you take one step closer to becoming an even better version of yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay smooth like butter.